Okay, what's your favourite bit in the flesh?
I don't know, I'm going to mount it. Right?
Oh,
I'm
go
going to
on
mount
then.
it.
Hang on. Adjust the preload a bit.
I'm going to break my jacket doing this.
They've still got the strange, this way of mounting the clip-on onto that top.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you can get, the racing boys will get an extra, that's a little part you can buy. So, because that's actually what
For another
damaged.
grand.
Well, yeah, that's what damaged the bike that fell over for no reason when I was riding it.
Yeah.
And I think the screen's obviously taller, which is one of the things at the mega test. That was when James said, "What is there anything you would change about this bike in standard form?" The screen and the aero was definitely number one
It's
for me.
for 5 foot riders, not
Absolutely.
anyone
It's
over
so
normal
flat,
size.
isn't it? Yeah. And obviously you've got the wings on this. Yet to see what they're going to do, but hopefully we'll get a chance to test them.
The figures say it's like half as much downforce as the V4R apparently. That's what, but
Okay.
it's numbers, you know me. Yeah.
You love numbers.
Yeah.
And we've got the Nissin, I think, M calipers. So
They're M calibers.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Made by someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're obviously the nice gaudy anodized blue. I mean, whether your average punter is going to get benefits from all of this stuff.
Well, this is it.
They're not.
No.
But it's there, so race teams can make it win some races, because it's a shame. I mean, we've voted this bike. It's smashed the last 2 years best bike made, but it's not winning races. So, all of these engine updates, that's got to be where this is focused, where this bike is. Let's build the engine so the teams can actually make it stronger and faster in a straight line.
I think it's got titanium rods, isn't it? It's got different pistons. It's got everything in the engine to make it a faster bike. So, I'm not necessarily thinking that speed was a problem, but
no, I mean it's hard to think when you're riding it. Oh, this could do it with a few more ponies, because it's crazy.
And the shift cam is still in there, obviously, and it still kicks in at 9 grand, but it's kind of different, slightly different settings.
But do the race teams use that shift cam?
Well, they haven't done this year.
Super stock, they probably would.
Yes, but Superbike, we get some confirmation they don't use it in Superbike, do they? No. You going to mount it?
Yeah, I think I've just, I
Tune
like to, just warm them up first before I mount them, get them used to me.
The foreplay.
The foreplay.
Yeah.
Is the stand going to take my weight? Ooh. Yeah, I mean, apart from the way that visually looks, it feels pretty similar and familiar to the old one. If you're going to buy one of these bikes, you can spend an extra 5 grand and have the carbon pack.
Full carbon.
With the fancy stuff. So that's levers.
Okay, so it's not full carbon.
It's not full carbon standards. I think
No.
it's 30.
Just under 31.
Just under 31 in standard spec. Oh, there's another one there. Didn't even see it.
And then 4,000 for the carbon and the milled levers and rear sets.
Right. So yeah, 4 grand is quite an uplift for the fancy bits.
Yeah.
Which is why I guess it kind of confuses me a little bit, because it's a race bike, but then all of these bits are going to get junked. So that extra, that's the bling. I guess the race teams are going to buy that model, the base one, and then the humans are going to buy this one. The
humans.
The humans. Yeah. I mean, these are getting quite close to being stubby levers, I will say.
No, they're 3/4.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like my trousers.
Yeah. Carbon wheels, obviously, racing teams are going to get rid of those, because sadly you still can't. I wonder when that rule's going to change, because I think carbon, the technology,
new carbon, it's moved on massively.
it's you don't see them shattering into a billion pieces anymore.
No.
I think the technology is there. I think we need a review of this urgently. Obviously, we've got the full Acra system, again with a cat road legal, but I'm sure it looks as if that's. Oh, I don't know. They've welded it actually.
As for Euro 5, isn't it?
Has to be
Has
welded.
to be welded. So
Bloody Euros.
you have to cut and shut, on you.
That shock looks just so weird. I don't know why.
Because there's a massive gap between the spring and the.
Because I guess we're used to seeing the electronic
exactly.
dip-dobs,
Yeah.
and there isn't one.
Well, that's the one thing I was expecting.
Bit of bling on
You either have Öhlins or Brembos, or both. That would have been nice for the price, but there's obviously a lot more gone into this than just what you see in the flesh. The majority of the work is in the engine, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think if you're a customer, if you've got the money, I think, you know, absolutely, why not buy this? It's a beautiful, rare bit of kit, and I think, you know, it's gonna be one of those halo bikes. But for most of us, you know, we probably don't need, well, we're not going to need the extra engine upgrades on the road. It really is about racing and getting the maximum out of it.
About winning races again. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we get
Should we get Boom Boom in?
yeah, let's get him in
Yeah.
and see what he thinks of his new ride. Right, so Danny, what do you think?
Amazing. Yeah, it's the first time I've seen one, obviously up close and in person, yeah. And it definitely looks like a race bike.
And after all these years of riding pretty much Kawasaki's for most of your career, what are you looking forward to the most? The riding the bike or the free company car?
Free company car is a lovely perk.
Yeah.
I've got one.
M40, yeah, M40D X3 I got. It's mental, yeah. Mad family car. But yeah, I mean, this bike, this is, to me, BMW brought out a race bike to, obviously, to sell on the road, but ultimately win some races. And that's, as a rider, having that support and sort of, support going into a championship is one of the big things you need for your confidence. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm open-minded. I don't know how I'm going to get on with the bike. Obviously, to me, it's a motorbike.
It's got two wheels?
It's got two wheels,
Yeah.
It's got an engine. I just got to adapt and maybe change the way I ride a little bit, but I don't know until I've ridden it. So I'm quite open-minded as to like, my expectations.
No, you're not going to touch your knees on the wings, are you?
Well, I'm probably going to use the wings as like a extra elbow, really, on people. So just to sort of get people out of the way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Do you think? Do you feel that it's coming from Kawasaki? Do you think this move to BMW feels like a bigger team, more investment, and they're ready to put a lot behind it? Because we all know they're desperate to win races.
Yeah.
So do you think that feels like a good move?
Yeah, it feels like a good move for myself as well. Like, I feel like with where I'm at now, these guys, they want to win. Like, the team want to win, the manufacturer want to win, I want to win. And after not a great year last year personally, I feel like that sort of hunger is even more than normal. If only that was what you needed to win, it'd be nice, because obviously, you know, it's not. But there's obviously a lot more racing to be done this year as well, where obviously last year was only a short calendar. So yeah, I mean, with like on paper, like the recipe looks amazing. So yeah, it's just going to be down to me. I've got wings now, so I've got no excuses.
Exactly.
So
Rolling with the big boys.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, like, I felt like where we lacked previously was a little bit of that, and yeah, hopefully that's going to be the difference this year. And yeah, the whole package. Looking forward to it.
And you haven't actually ridden this bike yet at all?
No.
And when's your first day?
First day is going to be the 28th of April at the BSB test, where we get to roll out on the race bike, which would be, that's always the excitement. It's always an excitement signing for something new, and obviously there's that new opportunity, and you think, oh, it's the new opportunity, I can do this, I can do that. Like, it's never that easy. But yeah, I mean, as the days get closer, I get more excited about riding it. But yeah, it's obviously I'm excited.
You've been saying off camera that you haven't actually ridden a bike since October, so you're going to be proper rusty.
Yeah.
You're going to, how you going to sort of attack the track day?
I'm going to attack the track day. I'm not even going to attack the track day. I'm just going to go out and ride. It always comes back and it always feels quite natural anyway. But it's just silly things like your braking markers. Like obviously when you're approaching a corner at 150, 160 mile an hour, your brain has to take a little bit of time to adapt to that and how you brake. So as far as going to a track day and being on the limit and being on Superstock lap record pace or whatever the bike I'm riding pace-wise, that's not going to happen. But just to get out and get your brain up to speed is the most important. And even like physically, like training-wise, I've been training hard and as always every off-season, but it doesn't prepare you for riding a bike. So I think riding to motocross is probably about as physically ready you can be.
I mean, you look in good shape as well. So you've obviously, being a taller rider, you've got disadvantages, and perhaps we're talking off camera about advantages. You know, it is a lot harder for a taller rider to get down to weight. And so what have you been, you know, we should join you for our Fat Chat segment. And
Fat Chat with Danny Buchan.
because we've obviously been trying to, I'm racing for the first time ever this year, and I'm obviously well over 100 kilos, so, you know, on a mini twin, so that's not going to help. But do you find it is a negative? Yeah. Do you find it is a negative overall?
I don't know really. I wouldn't really say it's a negative. I think because I've always been tall, I've always just had to deal with that. And I think that for me, I'm not quite into my weight, but I do weigh myself like quite often, and I am very cautious on what I eat and what I don't eat. But I think, yeah, like you said, there's negatives and positives, and I think the positives are the tracks like Alton, Cadwell, Knockhill, the tracks where I can really get leverage, as opposed to somebody of like Taryn's size. He sort of struggles a little bit more at those tracks. So I think there's sort of swings and roundabouts, but then I think at like tracks like Snetterton, I'm at a little bit more of a disadvantage, because in a race, as I was saying off camera, a guy knows behind me that if they can just keep on me and hang it out through the corners, when they get to the straight lines, they're probably going to be able to pass me.
It's like getting a tow from a caravan.
Yeah, it is literally is like being sat behind a caravan. So for me, I'm going to have to obviously use the wings to just get people out of the way. But
well,
I mean,
you've got M power now. They're not going to be anywhere near.
I think with the wings, that's going to be the difference. Yeah, just sort of nudging people out of the way in places. But like Snetterton, I never expected to get a pole position at Snetterton, and obviously I got a pole position there last year. Don't know how I did that. I cut the chicane, but but yeah, I mean, like, there is definitely swings and roundabouts with it. And I think, yeah, for me, like I'm 78 kilos. And it is harder. I have to eat a lot less than when obviously let's take Jake for example. Yeah. I need a milkshake.
Come on.
Yeah, but like Jake, he's like he eats clean anyway, but he's like 64 kilos, and it's like that's a big yeah.
So you don't think there should be any like ballasting, any issues moving forward in any?
I like the variation of it. I like you said.
Yeah,
it's like Mario Kart, isn't it? Donkey Kong or Toad.
Yeah, and I don't think And I don't
not
think,
yeah.
I don't know. I think how it works at the minute is fine. You know, it is what it is.
It's not an issue.
No, and we just have to deal with it. And it actually probably helps me at certain tracks.
Yeah.
And it's this bike, sitting on it earlier, doesn't, like I said, I look big on anything I get on.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Same as you.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, the bikes I want are all little titchy ones.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that looks amazing, and you get on it, and you're like.
Obviously, with what we can do at BSB, we can make them a little bit more comfortable anyway, for me, for myself.
And do you do anything like that? Do you sort of pull the seats back and forward and all that sort of bits and bobs, or just generally sit within stock?
I like to just be comfortable. You know, I like to be kept a little bit more forward on the bike actually, and have a little a bum pad behind me, and that actually helps obviously saving your arms and that throughout a race, because you're not having to hold on.
Yeah.
So I'm not really too fussy on where I sit. I tried last year a longer seat unit, but I felt like I was sat further back.
So it's not like Lorenzo on the was it the Ducati?
I've just got
he couldn't ride for about 6 months.
He had everything put in.
Yeah.
No, I'm not quite as fussy as that.
No. You don't go on Twitter and slag everyone off either.
No. Yeah. Opinion, isn't it? Opinion.
Everyone's got one.
I know, yeah. Poor Gage is just always directed at poor cow.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out on it. Everything's going to be new. New team, obviously, new crew chief, new everything, new bike.
New teammate?
New teammate, yeah. Yep, and he's not shy, but he rides hard, and I think that's...
You've got big elbows, though.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I just have to headlock him in the back of the lorry.
when he comes through.
Yeah, yeah. Stay away, Andy. I'm going to headlock you in the lorry. No, we get on fine, and yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks, mate.
Fingers crossed she's on the podium at round 1.
Yeah. I've got good feelings, good vibes.
Cheers, guys.
I am hungry. Have you had breakfast yet?
No, I don't have breakfast.
Well, you said breakfast gives you cancer.
Yeah.
Anyone else believe that?
Didn't say that.
You did say those are your exact words.
No,
breakfast gives you cancer.
You're such a cock. Are you rolling? Good.
You are so aggressive. I'm just questioning.
Breakfast gives you cancer.
But that's what you said.
I didn't say that. I said fasting helps prevent cancer.
No, you said breakfast gives you cancer.
I heard ham gives you cancer as well.
Ham? Yeah, it does. This is kind of more frustrating, really. I've liked seeing it in the flesh. I like hearing about it, but all it's done really is prolong the kind of like.
I'm desperate to get this at Jerez with some slicks on it.
I'd take Mallory, mate, now.
I'd take the M25, to be honest. Can we take it? Can we just take it?
Yeah, can we take it?
Can we turn it on? Does it actually?
Oh.
Can we start it? Little 10 seconds. Yeah.
I'll hold the clutch in. Go on. Oh. This is one of the most intriguing bikes we've had in a long time, really, isn't it? I mean, the Kawasaki's ZX10 RR and those kind of things. They are properly homologation specials. They are bikes that have they only work properly when the engines have been tuned and in superbike form. Whereas this will be instantly better out the crate. So It's kind of I suppose it's the V4R of BMW, isn't it? So
Yeah, we just don't know, and it's just a bit confusing. Like if it's an all-out race bike, which is what I think it is, it's been developed purely to win races. Hence why the suspension's on it and stuff like that. But then, well, maybe it's cheaper to not even bother. Maybe it's cheaper to have all this stuff because they don't have to develop one without traction control, without cruise control and without bling bits on. But I mean, 800 quid for those rear sets is a bit much, which won't even be used on the race teams anyway. But then they've got to sell a few, haven't they? So, and I suppose if you got the wallet, why not?
If you got the Wonga, get your Wanga.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it is the same price as a V4R, isn't it? At the end of the day,
It's cheaper, isn't it?
35 grand.
So it's £5 cheaper.
V4R's not 40 grand, is it?
No, this is 31, isn't it?
35.
Base.
Oh, okay,
31.
yeah. But sorry,
Okay, yeah.
with the bling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they'll sell many in stock form. I think to race. No, I think if you've got the money to buy this.
If I had the money to buy it, I'd have that and spend the £5 elsewhere on other bits. Yeah.
So would I.
Yeah.
But then I think
The clientele.
we're different, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're cool.
Definitely different. Yeah.
The only other thing I'd like to say, I just wish, and this isn't necessarily about this bike because this is like a homologated special, but I just wish if you wanted an M Sport RR, you could choose the colour it comes in. It annoys me that it has to come in white with standard blue and white bits on it. I just want a normal, like Hockenheim Silver, for example. I'd be fine with that. So please, all manufacturers as well. It's not just BMW. They all do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like that's the colour.
Yeah.
Whereas in cars we can see a gorgeous. What do you think of that front end, by the way?
I don't know, but I'll have that on that. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
That colour on that.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
But we're not getting the options as lowly motorcyclists. But for 35 grand, I think we should. Anyway. Then again, Captain Vanity strikes again with another another design tip.